So talk. Well, actually, I want to jump back to this first before we talk about jumping ship. You talked about really enjoying going to the site and seeing how they built out their site, or what kind of things they're doing at the site. So, what makes a really good site that you like to come to? What, does that if that makes sense, or I can
Yeah, it
rephrase that?
does.
Okay.
It does. So aside from slipping me like $50 when I walk in the door, totally kidding, totally kidding. Aside from ordering me food while I'm there, I'm kidding. That never happened. That was a terrible. Edit that out. Terrible joke. That's not funny. Um, I really think what makes a good site is just persistence. Like, when you ask something, they remember it and they follow up with you. I think a good site has like a well organized system of storage. Like don't have all their study binders just crammed into their study coordinator's office. They actually have a set room for it where they can keep it like, alphabetized or set per, protocol. Um, they really don't try to cut corners, and they, have every single thing that the majority of protocols require, whether that's like a full function lab or a pharmacy. Um, and I just think like you can really tell the difference between a site that is like a patient mill
Uh huh.
versus an actual institution that cares, because you can kind of see the passion. It takes a special type of person to like really care about like what they do. And I have had sites where you just know like they light up when they like talk about certain subjects and the progress that their subjects have made. Like they really feel happy about it. It's like a really cool thing because you think it's like so superficial. Like you're like, oh, no one can really care this much, but people really do, and it's like kind of
Absolutely.
woken me up personally, like from a sense of passion. So I think it's not only physical attributes they hold, but also like the emotional and like devotion, and when you leave that site, the things you discussed will be followed up on. They promise. Like I have sites that are just so good, almost too good. Like leave me alone. You're so good at what you do. So yeah, I really just think it's like night and day. You can really tell when you get into a site after like being there for a day. You can tell if like they're really on their A game or if they're just kind of like in it for the money. So
So you think it really comes down to the personnel? The personnel makes most of the difference.
yeah, for sure, for sure. And I know it's like they deserve their money. Don't get me wrong. I know like at the end of the day, a business needs money, but you can tell if people are on autopilot or if they really are into it, and it gives you like reassurance while you're there that like this site is going to have like good source. They're going to have their drugs going to be well taken care of, and they're not going to have any dosing issues for the most part. Like you can just kind of tell like wow, their source is just so well elaborated on and just defined, and it's just great. And then you have others that are just like not filling out logs on time, and I don't know if they're just spread too thin and they're on too many studies, or they just don't care. So
Hmm.
it's really interesting dynamic there.
Okay. So do you
Yeah.
have favorite cities that you like to go to when you're traveling?
Yeah, I like Chicago a lot. It's a
Okay.
really fun city. It's really easy to find like a new favorite restaurant every time I'm there. Um, Also, Miami's great. I go there all the time. I'm there like every 2 weeks pretty much, which I can't complain about.
You can't complain about that.
No, it's a great place. Where else? I like some of the smaller cities too. I will say like there's this area called Morehead City down in North Carolina. Don't have the best hotels, but
I've heard of it.
they
Haven't been.
they have some good seafood, and it's a cool little city to walk around. It's around the water and it's like pretty, so I'd like going there. Salt Lake City is probably like one of my favorites though. That's
I
a
like
really
Salt
unique
Lake too.
city.
Yes.
Yeah, I was there so often, but man, that's a great city. Beautiful sunsets, just cool architecture. The Mormons are
Yep.
wild.
Yep. Yep.
So
But the beers there is it's like not it's not as high as percent as it should be. They
I think
decrease.
they actually just figured that out
Oh yeah, they
recently.
recently, yeah. when
Yeah, but they had like all the big breweries like Anheuser-Busch and stuff brewing like 3.8% beer just
yeah,
to like
appease the
just for their
Mormons.
city.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was so weird.
it is weird.
Yeah.
But that city's changing. When's the last time you were there?
Um, Probably fall of 2019. So it's been a while.
That's been a while. That city's
Almost 2 years.
changing. That city's changing very, very fast. And I'm sure you
Oh yeah?
saw just over the course of you traveling there, um, big tech, how much big tech is going there.
Yeah, yeah. They had some pretty prominent names down there or over there. And the downtown area was big on banking too. I was pretty intrigued by how built out that skyline was. I never really had a clue about Salt Lake City,
Oh,
but
next time you go back, it's gonna blow your mind.
really,
Oh yeah, it's been over two
wow.
years for you. It's gonna blow your mind,
Yeah,
dude. Just drive around the same place you used to go. It's gonna blow your mind.
I'm looking forward to that.
Uh huh.
Hopefully soon. Hopefully this winter for snowboarding.
Oh, there you go.